2 days ago on the Twitch main subreddit, a post was made of a sad face, and someone said, "Can them all?" I'm assuming can win them all, or can't win them all. I'm not sure. It's a 1 hour long game where he went 40 kills, he got full build and more, and did 130,000 damage. And from this came some comments, some of which I will read and focus on, others I will not. But the first one that struck to me is someone saying that he's stat fed and still can't carry. It's deaf you, that's problem. And he proceeded to respond, "Watch the VOD, dumbass. Can't 1v5 when they run it down." So that is what we will be doing today. I'm gonna skip forward a bit in the game, or like fast forward. I don't want you guys to be watching a 1 hour long video, but hopefully we'll manage to look at the most important bits. If not, someone will have to let me know. But before that, I just want to show this is currently a Bronze 2 player. I did read somewhere that he said he was Diamond some seasons ago. But again, I will read some other comments as the game proceeds. In the meantime, we'll just be playing the gameplay just to get it started. So yeah, let's get going. Beginning off, his runes are fine. Press the attack with Press the Mind, Alacrity, and Coup, all of which is fine. Only thing maybe you could make an argument for is maybe Axiom, but it is kind of whatever. Usually, yeah, there we go. 10 attack speed, 5, yeah, so normal. And yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the game lags when I tab out, but yeah. Hope you guys having a good morning, evening, night, and fish like that. And I think we all know what we're doing. I don't have to say let's go because we're already going. And yeah. Another commenter pointed out saying that this might sound toxic, but if you're that fed on Twitch with those kills, you need to practice shot calling and objectives. No way so you didn't have Windows close the game out with that score. And that's a good point. If you want to carry every single game on Twitch, or almost every single one, shot calling and pinging and communicating is actually crucial. Might not be as effective in low elo, but then again, it won't be as necessary in low elo either. He proceeded to respond that was practically a 1v9 game. Some games are unwinnable. This is an example. Every person on my team was literally running it down, trying to A-run fights, outnumbered, or getting caught in the jungle and trying to farm jungle camps 60 minutes into the game with no vision. If I had just one person to pick me, I could have done something. By the time I was able to get 3 or 4 of them, I would die. By the last 2 on the team. While my team is literally doing nothing. I don't know how to share replays without someone watching a screen, share or something, but if there's a way, please tell me what I could have done to win this game. Literally, bots couldn't do anything. So, ironically, that's what I'm doing here, so no need for that. And a couple of other things he mentioned after someone commented, "There's no way you fumble this hard." Okay, we get a missed auto there. I like the aggression though. He has used heal and barrier. Cogmos running heal. Okay. Definitely could have been better. But okay. Okay, he got it. He actually gets both. Very good. Not very clean, but still good outcome. So, yeah. They said there's no way you fumbled it, and he said I tried my best, but there's not much you can do when literally every other person on your team is running it down and getting caught. Actual bots. And someone said, "I notice you keep saying your team is bad. While that may be true, you are still in their rank. You clearly aren't doing something correct, especially with builds all over the place the way it is." And he said, "I made a mistake, and if you don't believe me, watch the VOD. I was starting my main back in Season 8, got perm ban, I started playing in this kind of 5 years, 2 months ago. I have more game sense, macro mechanics, and the majority commenting on this post," which is also something we'll be testing. I do have a lot of experience, not something I kind of want to brag about, but I have played every single hero. I understand what most people are thinking, what they do, and what is to be normally expected, so yeah. Other than that, there's just comments about his build, and we'll get to that as the game gets there. But for now, we'll just be focusing on the current. So far, though, really good. Starting items, questionable. But the aggression is good. Seeing as he had 900 gold, but I'm assuming he's going Yuntal. Well, it is kind of whatever. As long as he keeps being aggressive and snowballing, there's no problem here. Another thing I do like to mention though, especially when looking at games that are being lost, oftentimes the most important thing to ask is it a comp that you should be able to 1v9? Comps or champions where this might not be the case, as an easy example would be if they had a Vi, because you cannot be expected to 1v9 versus a Vi, because of course she will just ult you and then you most likely die. However, here there are 4 champions, neither of which I do consider a problem. The only one I might consider a problem here at a very late game stage would be Neferi due to the invulnerability or untargetability, whatever you want to call it. Boot rush here is weird. Definitely would be focusing on getting the Yuntal early, but as long as he's getting kills, he's not really getting punished for it. Usually in high reload games though, what you want to do is get bad item spikes. I don't think Boots is that bad, but it definitely isn't the best time to guarantee getting kills. However, getting kills does not seem to be a problem here. And so far we have 4 kills and we are still going strong. So I don't really have anything to say. I can always fault the build and say he could have done something else, but as long as he's getting kills and he's keeping that up, then it doesn't really matter. Because the goal or the reason and purpose for getting X item would be to get kills, so as long as he's able to do that with the items that he's got, then it's not really an issue. Continuing forward here, I need to make a quick change. Okay, and oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. Sorry, it's been a while. There we go. Running straight for the Viego. Another thing I need to do is just minimize the minimap. It's actually getting annoying. Yeah. We just need to enable objective timers. That's the final one. Right. So yeah, kills definitely no problem. 700 gold right now. If we are going Yuntal, we are kind of stuck. We cannot buy BF Sword yet, which is where this kind of awkward position can come. And you'd rather solve the awkwardness early than later. Even though sometimes that might not be possible because you need to be relevant early, so then spending your gold so you can't get punished in losing matchups is also a good idea. But again, he's not really being punished here. He's able to walk up and just do whatever, so no bad thing. Dragon is also currently being secured by the red team here. We're gonna fast forward this a little bit, just save some time here. He went AFK? Wait, for how long? This definitely was mentioned, so it's 8 minutes now. Is he waiting? Wait. There's no way, right? Wait, I'm baffled. Hold on. So he sells Doran's blade and then weighs 50 gold. I mean, I'm obviously gonna take this serious, so this is incredibly int. I'm not sure why you would do this at all. There's no reason for this at all. If anything, buy cold and longsword, just get back to lane. You're losing so much here. Again, you are really strong. Definitely could have killed them more. No one on the team died thanks to that though. But this is some of the weirdest things I've seen in a very, very long time. I'm not sure what would prompt someone to think this is a good idea. But it definitely isn't a good idea at all. That is incredibly bad. But the reason why I'm not so hung up on this is because the game was 1 hour long. Obviously, if this game ended way sooner, or like bad things happened by now, I would have focused a lot more on this. But this is obviously not the reason for why we lost the game. But it is obviously still disgusting. But yeah, didn't have to flash there. Sorry, I meant to make this faster, not slower. So we had to try and make up for this. But this is fine. I mean, if he's timing the flashes or whatever, then this is more awkward. But I'm not sure, maybe Kog'Maw flash when he was AFK. I haven't really been paying attention to that. But we're gonna fast forward here now. Still missing gold for the Untar. But aggression at this point is definitely something you should be looking at. Especially in lower elos, that is something I heavily encourage to just... When you're ahead, to just fight. Because you are clearly winning every single fight anyway. Turn 22. Doesn't weigh 200 gold, right? Okay, thank thank God. I was getting worried. But yeah, definitely an old-timer here. Should be looking for something. It is good he's not though, because for some reason Urgot is bot lane. Didn't blow his ultimate, is being patient with it, which is obviously nice. So yeah, right now getting kills is not necessarily like possible. You're definitely just waiting for the Yontal. Unless of course an opportunity arises, but currently it doesn't seem like there will be one. I would hate it if they died here. But again, anything that happens at this point here is so irrelevant because the game was so long. But it is still curious. So it is relevant because of the game length. But in terms of just ending the game faster, having more presence, etc., it will obviously be good. But yeah. Mechanical errors I will also kind of not focus on. This awkward waiting in base and things that can easily be sorted is more the things that I want to look at. Ergo going bot lane with Kog'Maw again is strange. When he has definitely been spotted, so dying now would not be ideal. Yeah, I'm not sure what is going on. It is a very awkward position now. In the sense that he can't really kill Kog'Maw anymore. Blue team just got Dragon. So it's currently 1-1. Let's have a look here. Kog'Maw hasn't recalled yet. This would be a prime time to look for something. Could snag a Kihua, definitely. So yeah, especially in Lorelo, if you're ahead, I would really encourage to just run them down. Or try to constantly run them down. This is completely illegal. I'm not sure why that is happening. But he still does get something off now, so it is what it is. Still getting punished, still getting everything. Dragon spawning in 3. Looks like we're going Hurricane. So immediately I'm getting the sense of like what is going on here. And why winning or like 1v9ing wouldn't be possible with the playstyle that he's currently got. I made one mistake on one item. I'm curious which one that was. If that was... No, did he have one item there? I'm not sure. This flash definitely weird. Does get a kill though, game length irrelevant, but execution, everything terrible. But still outcome is good. I still would have looked to do that without flash. I don't really care to find out why he would need to flash there. Maybe if his stealth was running out, there'd be a reason. Anyone interested could go back and look if that was the case. If it wasn't, though, the flash definitely was unnecessary. Proceeding forward. Playing side lanes. Are we getting close to Prudence Hurricane? We are not. Definitely would want to be mid lane here though and like try to find Karma and Kog'Maw to keep farming them. It would be way more challenging to kill someone like Elgar or Nefaria at this point. So looking for these fights with these people still would be a good idea. Definitely a lot like executional errors here though. So I feel like that's the main problem. Because when I talk about like playing gold, silver or something, all you need to do, and I've proven this many times, is that you just need to get into a good position and you can almost quite literally stand still. The Q being wasted here, not being able to find the angle, not already being mid lane, having to path around. Definitely a problem in that sense. Not having flash, but it should be fine with good positioning. So the flanks are definitely not ideal. Q to walk back to lane again. Getting flanked by Viego and Neferi. What was that sound? Target champions only. Could definitely be a good idea. I'm not sure if he was playing zoomed in. My goal here, of course, is not to flame too much. But, I have to understand the elo. And I don't want to be too hostile. Even though I do think that some humbling might be needed. And I do understand he hasn't played Twitch that much either, right? He did say he just started recently. Oriana's trolling. But the main point is that I definitely do think this game would have been winnable with minor additional execution. Kog'Maw has been spotted. See, this kind of thing I would like to see. More of this. Like these 1v1s, pickoffs. Earlier in the game. Or with Kog'Maw. Karma, sorry. Okay, he went for Infinity Edge. So that means he sold a dagger, right? We're at 2153. Yeah. So then he sells the dagger. Commitment problems with the builds. I'm not sure what this is about. Some more discipline in that sense. Because frequently selling items and rebuying and stuff definitely should not be happening. Again, he still hasn't played the champion a lot, but these are kind of like some fundamentals of League. In the sense that you don't get the full mini back, so you don't want to waste money. That is a simple fundamental. You can also see that he's being hurt by the lack of lifesteal. But now we are coming for the Hurricane. Yeah. How close are we? Missing 600 gold. Used ulti already. Getting some more nice picks off here. Assessing champion strengths and your own strength. But again, he hasn't played Twitch a lot, right? But I'm not sure what you're expecting there exactly. Like, sometimes you just want to be happy with what you got. I'm not sure why or how he thought that would go, but hopefully he doesn't try again. He mentioned a lot of A-ramming by his team. So we'll see how correct that is. Again, we want to look for flanks, right? So what I'm going to do now is only enable their side vision. So making picks like this and then going for the Kog'Maw as an example is good, right? Maybe getting a kill on the Urgot here. Yeah. Nice. I mean, this attempt I will not fault him. I think that was reasonable. Of course, spacing and other things. But you're not going to learn this outside of just trying more. So, even though some of these places you'll be like, but that's in. Well, in my mind, it's kind of like limit testing. And I think it's good. But sometimes there's limit test and other times it's just plain in. That one I wouldn't say is plain in. The other one I definitely do think. Unless maybe you feel like you're superior or something, or you know you're going to win for some certain reason. But yeah. They get Baron here. We have a situation where they all appear to not be there anymore. He's aware. Also, it doesn't seem like he respects his Q cooldown. And using his flash for that reason. And then, yeah. I'm not sure what champion you'd be playing in this position where you think, or like, would think that this is okay. For items, now you want the BT or a blood Borg, possibly. I think BT is fine now. Alright. And we are going lifesteal, so there are some good news for that. Dragon is spawning, Kog'Maw is dead, enemy team is spawning. At this point here, I would want to contest, but obviously I can understand not. And the main thing I'm just seeing is just blowing your ult randomly. And if you're gonna 1v9 on Twitch or like carry these kind of games, it is incredibly important that you get as much value out of your ult as possible. And this random blowing at this point where you're not looking to snowball anymore and you're more looking to win team fights, this definitely isn't it. And if this is something we're going to keep seeing, where he's flashing randomly for one person something at this stage of the game, and blowing ult randomly and not using his Q properly, then there is an obvious reason as to why he wouldn't win the game. Because at this point, he has the items to win, right? Diego isn't really tanky. I mean, he has Shield Bow. Karma's not really tanky. Kog'Maw's not really tanky. Neferi's not really tanky. Of course, Neferi can go like invulnerable, but most likely they might not even react and die, right? Same thing with Urgot. Like, he has some tank items, but he's not the most tanky. He doesn't have Sweet. I mean, he doesn't have Tabai, right? So those all good. Again, breaking our Q here. Not having an ult. Imagine having an ult for this situation here. That'd be banging. With proper positioning and flash, you'd definitely be looking at an ace at this point here. Again, opening up, doing the 1v1s. It is working out though, so that is fine. In terms of keeping the game alive, because at this point here, you're not in a position of which you will be able to end the game anyway, so not overcommitting and just keeping your base live and trying to get your next inhibs back up is most likely the right play. And in terms of macro everything, like so far, like I haven't really seen any of that. Of course, he shouldn't really be contesting the dragons anyway, other than the last one. But I'm not going to go too much into that because I don't think this is too much of a factor in this elo. We are seeing some pinks though, that is good. Is that a pink? Sorry. Oh, okay. So at this point, he spotted something that happens a lot on Twitch when you're in stealth is that people tend to like not see these kind of things because you're so focused on like being sneaky that you become so oblivious like what's happening to you. You don't see that you're being spotted. You don't see that you may be on a pink ward because you're so focused, right? This tunnel vision. As an example here, rushing in like this before the Baron has spawned, they're not going to be committed to anything, so there's no reason why they would all be gathered, right? So you want them to be gathered. Now you're having to waste your flash. And at best there, you'd maybe look at one, 2 kills a maximum. But right now, if you would have gone for that same play, you easily could have found, or like possibly could have found, a good flank. Such as coming from top lane here, right? And being in this position and opening with an ult, my assumption would be that you would most likely kill all of them. I mean, I would definitely kill all of them, but you should at least be able to kill Neferi and Diego, and like possibly Karma and Urgot if they run towards you. As long as you don't run into them and chase, right? If they're playing to you, it should be fine. Diego definitely should be dying here. As long as you don't walk into them. But these are the kind of things you're looking for on Twitch. These are the kind of situations you want to capitalize on. No walking in before the objective started, because then they're not committed to anything. Right. So of course you're not going to be able to carry on a champion with 550 range and no special spells at all. On a champion whose primary way of carrying team fights is through the use of his ult. And I mean, I like the fact that he's aware of this, but I would have much more liked for him to be here on these, right? I'm curious if we will get any good flanks or anything at all at any point in this game. Or if there'll be any attempt. One singular attempt at any kind of flanking or anything at all. So next flash definitely crucial. Next ult possibly too. Next Q also. In combination with his stealth. I mean his ult. So at this point we're waiting for our ult and Q to come back. What you would do if you're in this situation here, where you felt it was so necessary to get back to base so quickly that you press your stealth here, you would also recognize the fact that you need your stealth back ASAP. And if you could cancel it right now, halfway through the duration, which is now would be 7 seconds, you'd get it back 7 seconds faster. So at this point, when you're in the base, you should press B to cancel your stealth just so it gets back faster. Because again, you're looking for flanks, right? You want to shoot through the backline into the front line. You want to wait for them to be stacked. You don't want to just blow up one target with your ultimate, right? Stealth ends here. And I can understand this though. Tower's falling, you don't really have the time. Wait, what the fuck happened to the build? When did this happen? There's something I want to highlight too from the post, that people said that he had max attack speed when he opens up from stealth. With the build that he has. And something I just want to point out is that currently he has 272. So he's not attack speed capped. Right. But I definitely do think a BT here would be good. I don't see why we would go Nash's in this case. If anything, then you could go Guinso just to get more on hit or something from Bork. But Nash is definitely one of the worst items in this case. I would probably even go Hexplay at this point. I think Hexplay actually could be a really good replacement. Your ult gets back faster. Get some HP, you get AD. Definitely more value than Nash's in this sense. But yeah. The fact that this game is just halfway through is actually crazy. How long have we been going now? Oh shit. We've been going 23 minutes. Let's watch that again. So ulti's got 20-second cooldown. Our stealth is back. We just seen the scry. It would be a good idea to hit that. In terms of... I mean, it's a 1-for-1. But definitely should be way more cautious with the Q here. Like, throw the W in the bushes. You have the blue thing, hit that. Hit the Scryer. Get some vision and see where they are. See if they're on it. But regardless, this is when we will maybe shine. How do they even defend? So again, like, Flash is being used randomly, ult's being used randomly, there's no position to fight, you're just playing like a regular ADC with 550 range. And at that point, like, if you're playing like this, then Vayne will definitely be much stronger than Twitch. Like, yeah, maybe you're like picking off one guy that you would kill, but overall, like, you're not really utilizing anything of the champion at all. Like, Vayne would kill there with the ult. You just run it down. And I don't think it's a mechanical error or like anything. You just need to get in the right position. Like that, right? But just wait for them to be stacked. Karma Kog'Maw, possibly Viego or something. and then go. It's just the most weirdest like choices of fights. Randomly like pop an ult wanting to blow someone. I understand it though, right? Like you're being pushed in towards your base, you wanna just try stall. Are we buying red pots at all? No. Is anyone buying red pots or potions at all? Yeah, he is. Okay. I wanted to just basically make sure that there's no UI bug. But basically at this point, you do definitely want to be just spamming red pots because you have 7,000 gold in the inventory. So now, stealth, wait to get into prime position. We see the Karma, we see the Viego. So you definitely want to get down here somewhere. Or possibly just ult into the Karma because she's frontlining. This one is fine though because he made it awkward. But like generally speaking, that's what you want. Of course you're not getting the best angles there, like they're all stacked up, whatever. But still. It does suck though, and it's really hard to play these kind of situations where your like base is just constantly like down and you're having to like, defend. Because you never can get enough push to like actually end the game for like the longest time. So I think the patience has been really good. And again, you're basically just looking for inhibs to respawn and then look for one good fight and that's it. Alright, so this Baron Spin should be used to getting your inhibs back up. Do we see any red pots at all? Wait, someone bought one. Yeah, Oriana. He didn't. How much gold? It's so weird. Yeah, no need to face check. You know where they're going. They're going to your base. You don't want to look for these 1v1s. Maximum value for your ult. Once again. Now you cannot have any team fight, in fact, because you can no longer go up and just fight them all. Because you don't have your ult anymore. It's now you're a regular champion. Let's put it on the map again. I don't feel any. I just want to say, like, now is the prime time. Now it's a good time. Because then we have the information, I can give the examples. Right, but, like, there's no need to do this. As well. There's, like, no reason. Still no red pot. This is mechanical error, which I think most people should never have happen. So I'm not sure what happened there, if you were moving too fast or you weren't paying attention. But that is definitely a what the fuck moment. This is the time where I'd love to see the player point of view, because I don't see what would be the reason for this. Like, if you want to play it normal, ADC, that's fine. Just auto attack, play space, and like walk away. Poke and prod. Like don't full commit. You want to full commit with your ult on as many targets as possible. Karma Kog'Maw's dead again. Now you want to look for an angle. I mean, at this point here, it's kind of just whatever again. Now you're just keeping your base live. Not any game-winning plays. Okay. So starting from now, what we will look at is how the game gets played after the nib spawn. Why are they being constantly taken? Okay, they get Baron. We're only 4 kills away from the peak. Like, yeah, this is good. No ult. Do smart attacks, back away. Oh my. Yeah. The flash and random ult is like one of the biggest major contributors as to why you're not winning this game. And just not waiting for them to be stacked. I mean, at this point here, again, you're not playing to end the game. You're playing to get your inhibs back up and get to the point where you can, like, make a game-winning play. Right? The likeliness of them being stacked at this point is maybe minimal. But as an example now, right, they're all going for a siege mid lane. So at this point, you're going to, like, want to start to look to get an ambush off. Right, you could of course try and get pick on Kog'Maw first, but if you're gonna do that, you don't want to buy your ultimate. Because he should die easily, and then you have your ult for the actual like fight that's gonna happen right here. Because if you were gonna ult, I would much rather you just walk up to the Fury and just ult and kill everyone here. If you're ulting the Kog'Maw, then you have nothing to do versus these people. And now you're just a normal ADC that will easily get fisted by anyone because you're not doing enough damage to pressure them off you. Right? But again, this is mana game standing because of this. Because we are just defending. I mean, realistically at this point to take these dragons, you're just defending again, right? Because these are the moments where you're looking to fight. You want to get an Elder or the Baron, right? So now you don't want to fight again. You just want to like not lose the game. Because it's not where you want to like gamble the game. You just want to try and store. Blah, blah, blah. And if you are looking for anything, you would want to look for... Like, look here, Viego just falls over. Like, he's not tanky at all. Imagine Karma and the Fury, Viego, boom, they're all dead. But this is good. Like, are they still all alive? Can you still lose the game? Like, yeah. But Kog'Maw's dead, Viego's dead, so they're most likely gonna chill. It's like you having to use the ultimate to like do a game-winning fight right now. Probably wouldn't lead to anything because the enemy shouldn't die. And I'm just kind of like realizing what is happening here. Because throughout this entire thing, we're just watching defending, and then random flashes something, dying, and then being in this same state again. Like, you stabilize the game, and then you instantly fucking flash and die, and then the game gets fucked again. So, like, you never get to the point where you actually, like, right now, if you're alive, with your flash and ult and everything, like, this will be where the game-winning play comes. They're all pushing for my mid, whatever, and then, like, right now, right? Look. Like, how the fuck are these people gonna kill you? If you just wait for them to stack. Or anything. But you just open on the first guy. Like, look, holy, like, even with that. Jesus Christ. Like, imagine you waited for karma there. You would just instantly kill all of them. 3 people dead. But yeah, you're just never getting to this stage. You're just not patient enough. You lack the discipline. And you don't have a good enough understanding of the kit. Because you're constantly just opening without your ult. Ulting on one person. Never waiting for them to be stacked. Constantly playing in an unstable state. You stabilize the game and then you instantly fuck it. And get back into the position where all your nips are down and you can't actually make a game-winning play. But like, this game, most definitely 100% would be winnable. And even you probably could have won this had you had someone to tell you to just wait for your enemies to spawn, hold your flash, and then go on Baron or in Dragon at a certain point where all they're going to be stacked. You ult them all and the game's done. It doesn't matter how many people in your team is alive. Your team managed to defend the entire game. They did well. They were able to hold the game for this long to allow you to get these opportunities. But you never got those opportunities because you always continuously flashed randomly and always died and never played the game in a stable state. You always did good things, defended, whatever. Get back into the position where all is good and then you do this. Like, you're like, okay, I've played safe, defended my entire game. Look, right? All your inhibs are up. You kill these fucking billion. Save the inhib. Game's fucking stable. Next play, you're gonna win the fucking game. Wait for everyone to spawn. Baron spawns. Literally, wait 30 fucking seconds. Literally, wait 30 seconds. Wait for the entire enemy team to spawn. Right? The more people, the better. Because the more, like, you're gonna kill anyone you ult on. You've proven that throughout the entire fucking game that whoever you ult will die, right? So it's actually better for you to wait for the entire team to spawn and come to an objective because you are guaranteed to kill them all, right? Or you could take the Baron and then try and siege. That's fine. But it is usually better to have an objective where they will all focus it and then come ambush them and kill them, right? It's easier. But instead, the second game's almost done, or like where you can have a game-winning play. The moment you're in a state where the next thing you do will win the game, if you just do 2 things, wait for them to group, ult, right-click. You just flash without ult and die. And you've done this throughout the entire game. The entire, like, this entire section here, like the past 5 minutes has been this exact sequence on repeat for 30 minutes. All you had to do at this point, again, I'm going to repeat it, either take Baron and siege and wait for them all to group and then literally ult, right-click them all while they're stacked, like wait for them to be stacked, right? I can understand defending the base, killing one by one, ulting and just keeping your base alive, but when you're ending the game, just wait, right? They're not pressuring to end the game, they're not by your nexus, you have time, right? So just wait for like 2-3 people to stack, press R, right-click, die, boom, done, game. That's it, right? There's no mechanical requirement because again, we see that here. At this point, I think. Like, literally, decent position. Don't run into the face of them and ult. You're not gonna die then. Look. What does Viego do here? Does he attempt to W you? Does he do anything? Yes, fucking Elder Dragon. No, he just dies, right? It's just so simple. It's just so simple in this elo. You get to this point in the build, you wait, like this point of the game with these items, wait to have your flash and ult, literally wait for them to be stacked, press R, right click, they all die. I've proven this myself when I play. I will literally right click, let go of my stand still, not do anything, and I'll win, right? It's not hard. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. I don't feel the need to continue, and yeah, that's it. Hope you guys continue. Good match, and take care. Peace.